focus and consistency, guys. We did it again. So from Monday we have been profiting till today. So this is what we had to do, focusing on the same thing, same decisions again and again. We've been profit from Monday on gold, Tuesday, and this Wednesday also. Even if we struggled so much, but we end up also making money in the market. So now that's why our main focus is to focus on taking few trades a day, like 1 to 3 trades, and make sure you do not over trading. That's what you have to do in the market, and follow what the market is giving you. Trade what you see, not what you think. Okay, so we are going back to review. How did we perform today? Remember, I talked about these areas to take a sell from, because we are focusing on bearish continuation on gold. So we didn't care about a consolidation. Even if we struggled, we decided to enter and set our stop loss and stay in the market until we get the results. So that's what we got. Let's go back and see what happened. So now, from here, this side from yesterday, remember, the market was moving down. We made a profit from around this area. The market was from around like 484, those area. That's why we took a profit from. So then the market started trying to move upside from this area. You can see from around 456 from this area. So we're expecting maybe we can go back and balance from around this supply area, this one. We're expecting the market to come back to this area. We decided to create another supply from this area as we're ejecting from this area. So this candlestick, this indecision candlestick, was a supply zone. Okay, so as we created a supply zone from this area, what we had to do is to wait for the market as we move down. Even if we created an equal loss from the low from this area, we're expecting the market to create a bearish candle. Then if the price starts dropping from this area, we're looking to enter from the next candle, so that we can expect the market to continue in the same direction, downside. Okay, that's where we entered from around this area. This was 477. I didn't take this trade, but it was on the YouTube. So the market moved down, creating a lower low from this area. Checking from the left hand side, we still had lows from this area, so we can expect the market to also make a reaction from that area, so that maybe we can pull back. Then looking for another entry. That entry was from around this area. This was also a supply, this candlestick, this indecision candlestick. Okay, let me just bring a clean chart so that we can see everything. Okay, so let me clean this. So what I'm talking about, we started from this area. This was a supply candlestick. So the market moved down, okay, equal from this area, but from the lower high, we're expecting to make a reaction from this area. As long as we change into a bearish candlestick from this area, that's why we decided to be entering from the next candlestick as we're breaking below the previous candlestick. That's why we entered from. Okay, so from that area, we created also another supply from this indecision candlestick, this one. The market moved down from this area. We had to enter also, take a sell from this area, anticipating the market to continue moving downside. So from this bullish candlestick, that's where we made a lower high also again from this area, activate an entry from that area, but I didn't take it from that. I was waiting to just close bearish from this area, and then we enter from the next candlestick. We did enter from this area, this one. That was from trading focus VIP group. Entered from around this area as we started breaking the previous low of this bearish candlestick. and we got a selling pressure from the high. That's why we're expecting the market to continue in the same direction. Okay, so from there the market moved downside, and then from around, the target was from this area, but there is an area where we're expecting a reaction from this one. Then what happened? The market moved down, so we are in 1 hour candlestick time frame. So let me change into 30 minutes. Okay, so the market moved down. This was an entry. Let me talk about this one, and I want to show you an entry. I entered from this area. The stop loss was so big because I had to set it above this candlestick, and then to make sure that we are going to continue moving downside, I have to watch my trade so that as long as we start breaking above the previous high, so that we can close, because this stop loss was so big. Then what happened? The market rejected from this area. I took TP1 from this area. The market moved upside. I did stay in the market. I decided now I'm gonna stay in the market as long as I have this lower low from this area, because I was expecting to make an equal low from this area. So this area was still imbalanced. I was expecting, okay, as long as we are in the half of this area, we can expect a lower high. Then from the lower high, I will be expecting the market to continue moving down. It was so aggressive, near hitting my stop loss from around this area, but I just stayed in the market, and then the market started consolidating from this area. Remember, we're waiting for the news, ADP, and I stayed in the market. I had a close to position before, and left in one position. And then when the market started breaking below around this area, that's why we also took another trade. Okay, it was from around, okay, we did take a sell from around this area. I would say yes, from around this area, anticipating the market to continue moving down. You can see that we struggled so much that the market dropped downside. Okay, this was the target, and if you want to stay in with, to continue with that trend, you had to target from the low. But this area, that's where we're expecting a reaction. Maybe we can pull back to the upside, then from the lower high, that's where we can expect also the market to be dropping from, so that we can continue until we get to around 392. Okay, so now the market was so strange today. Also, again, the market, as we moved down, we moved up the same scenario. It was still in the market. Remember, now I had two positions from here. So now the market moved upside. I closed the one from this area from here, because I had one from this area. I closed the one, left another one from here. So I did also take another. Those were two. So then I closed another one. So I left in also another one. So then now the market is still so aggressive from this area, but you can see now the market still dropping. I have in one position still holding to see if we can get to this target. If we struggle also again from around this area, I can close and wait for tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be Thursday, and remember, we are heading to the NFP on Friday. So I'm going to stick on the plan to keep selling from below this area. This is 456 below this area. So you can see now we are creating a new supply area from here. As long as we move down and breaks below this area, I'm going to be expecting to be taking another sell from this area, anticipating the market to reach around 391 or 392. Okay, that's what I'm looking for right now on gold. And you can see that our focus is to make sure that we do not overtrade, not over risking, and focus on the same thing, so that you can be profitable in the market. So guys, I will say that we are heading to the news on the on Friday. That's why we are struggling sometimes in the market, and you know what is going on around the world, the war between Iran and US, because everything is changing every day. So that's why you have to be careful in the market. If you get an opportunity, take it. Do not over trade, not over risking. Remember to manage risk. As long as you see the market is trying to kick your stop loss, you can close before. But if you accept it, you can stay in. But make sure that you are risking less, because the market is not looking good. From the start of this war, everything will be good after a war, but we are not going to stop trading. We have to trade what we see in the market, not what we think. So guys, thank you so much for your time, and remember to subscribe on the channel. And we are live also on the Trading Focus, and you can join the Trading Focus community group, VIP group, and stay with us, and follow the chat and see what we are doing on the chat, so that you can learn from that and even take some opportunities that we share on the chat and even the VIP group if you can join. So stay safe, and I will see you next time.